The Lost Human Colony. Deep within the grand archives of the Galactic Federation, a single data crystal hummed with an eerie silence, neglected in a dusty corner, away from the shiny newer acquisitions. Zareth, a Nuvian scholar of antiquities with an insatiable curiosity for the obscure, spent his days delving into these overlooked artifacts. One day, as he skimmed his four-fingered hand over the row of artifacts, a dull glint caught his eye. It was an old data crystal, its age evident by the layers of cosmic dust that had accumulated on it. Zareth carefully lifted it from the shelf, feeling the surprising weight for such a small artifact. The engraving on it was worn off, revealing only the faint outlines of the ancient galactic script. With a sense of thrill, he carried it to his workstation, a place bustling with holographic screens and ancient tomes. He inserted the data crystal into his ancient tech reader, an artifact in itself that he'd painstakingly restored. A luminescent cascade of information spiraled forth, the ancient code transcribed into the Federation's standard language. It was a collection of records, accounts of an old civilization that was a part of the Federation but got erased from memory due to a catastrophic event referred to as the Calamity. One word stood out in the records that left Zareth puzzled yet excited: humans. There were sparse details on the human species, their exact location, their technology, or what role they played within the Federation. All that remained was their name, a vague description of their physical characteristics, and an acknowledgement of their existence. The records gave no further information about their fate or the exact nature of the calamity that led to their removal from the Federation records. Zareth spent sleepless nights poring over the data, intrigued by the mystery of the lost human colony. He cross-referenced the data with every historical record available in the archives, trying to piece together the fragments of information. However, the calamity had done its job well. It had left no trace of the humans in the Federation's collective memory. Yet, Zareth was not one to give up. His conviction led him to the Galactic Federation's council. He presented his findings with fervor, arguing for a mission to find and reintegrate the lost human colony. He faced opposition from council members skeptical of the worth of such a venture. Some deemed it a fool's errand, a waste of resources. But Zareth's passion was infectious. His arguments about the potential benefits of rediscovering a long-lost civilization and its possible contributions to the Federation eventually swayed the council. With the council's reluctant approval, Zareth found himself in charge of an unprecedented mission. He was to lead an exploration crew comprising various species, each member an expert in their field, on board the Federation's most advanced exploration ship, the Starseeker. Armed with the cryptic codex and a resolve as unwavering as the cosmic currents, Zareth embarked on a journey to find the lost human colony. As the Starseeker soared into the uncharted regions of the galaxy, Zareth gazed out of the observation deck at the star-speckled darkness of the universe, the very epitome of the unknown. He was stepping into an untold story, and the first word had been written with the discovery of the lost human colony. The rest, he knew, lay scattered among the stars, waiting to be found. The scholar-turned-explorer would do just that. The age of rediscovery had begun. As the Starseeker sailed through the cosmic seas, the crew quickly settled into the rhythms of interstellar travel. The ship was a marvel of Galactic Federation technology, its vast interior humming with sophisticated machinery, while its external hull gleamed in the distant starlight, resolute and ready for the adventures that awaited. Zareth spent his days in the ship's vast library, a labyrinth of data crystals and holographic interfaces, trying to decipher the scant information available on the humans. He found intriguing references and ancient texts about their physical structure, their environment, and their societal dynamics. Yet, the more he discovered, the deeper the mystery of their disappearance became. Meanwhile, the crew navigated through uncharted regions of space, their path dictated by the cryptic fragments of information from the ancient data crystal. They encountered beautiful cosmic phenomena, from the pulsating heart of nebulae to the breathtaking dance of binary star systems. But the novelty of these wonders soon wore off as the search for the humans yielded no tangible results. In the ship's mess hall, a silence hung over the crew. Their initial excitement had been replaced by a growing apprehension. The whispers grew louder, doubts started to creep in, and the question arose, had Zareth led them on a wild goose chase? It was then, in the heart of their uncertainty, that a break finally arrived. The ship's AI detected an anomaly, a faint signal that seemed to match the archaic human communication patterns Zareth had discovered in his research. It was weak and fractured, yet distinctly artificial. A beacon from the past, it offered a glimmer of hope amidst the sea of doubt. Zareth summoned the crew to the control deck, their eyes filled with curiosity and anticipation. He presented the signal, and a wave of excitement swept across the room. They had a lead, and it pointed to a system at the edge of the uncharted galaxy. Their resolve renewed, the crew of the Starseeker rallied, their focus sharpened on this newfound hope. A newfound energy pulsed through the ship as they changed course, following the signal's origin. As the ship moved closer to the signal source, the faint outline of a blue-green planet appeared in their view. They watched in awe as it grew larger, its image reflecting off the ship's observation deck. It was a sight to behold, a planet that bore striking similarities to the descriptions of Earth. The mood on the Starseeker shifted from uncertainty to wonder. Could this planet be Earth, the lost home of humans? Or was it another red herring in their expansive cosmic chase? They couldn't be certain, but as they looked at the tantalizing blue sphere ahead, they knew they were one step closer to solving the mystery of the lost human colony. Zareth stood before the observation deck, his eyes filled with hope and apprehension. The scholar-turned explorer was on the cusp of the unknown, the next chapter in his mission within arm's reach. As the blue-green planet filled his view, Zareth knew their real journey was just beginning. The Starseeker, a beacon of the Galactic Federation's prowess, gently broke through the soft, swirling layers of Earth's atmosphere. It descended amidst an exquisite panorama painted with the verdant greens of dense forests, the deep blues of mighty rivers, and the lofty heights of snow-capped mountains. The view bore the marks of a thriving, teeming planet, but a swift sweep of their advanced scanners revealed a startling disconnect. The inhabitants of this world were primitive, an echo of their ancient ancestors, far removed from the sophisticated civilization that once held the honor of being a part of the Galactic Federation. The exploration team, led by Zareth, made a cautious descent to a region identified by the Starseeker's database as Asia. To their surprise, they were met not with the structures of an advanced civilization, but with the simple dwellings of hunter-gatherers. These early humans, with their crude tools and rudimentary survival skills, seemed a far cry from the tales of progress and prowess that echoed in the annals of the Federation's archives. Their universal translators bridged the language gap, allowing them to engage with these humble societies. They sat by the fires, sharing stories and knowledge, eager to glean any information about the bygone days of human glory. As they dug deeper, the explorers unearthed a startling myth among the humans, the tale of a grand civilization that resided on an island called Atlantis. The story painted a vivid picture of a metropolis teeming with advanced technology and wisdom, the inhabitants living in harmony with nature, and the city itself radiating a celestial aura. However, this utopia had met with a tragic end. As the humans narrated, their eyes filled with an almost reverential fear, Atlantis had sunk beneath the waves in a single day and night of cataclysmic destruction. A great flood had engulfed the advanced civilization, washing away their knowledge, their marvels, and their very existence. Zareth, with the wisdom of many stars, realized the significance of this tale. Was Atlantis the lost human colony they sought? Could the Great Flood be the calamity that erased them from the Galactic Federation's memory? It seemed plausible. The myth carried echoes of the advanced civilization that the ancient data crystal had hinted at. Atlantis, and all its lost grandeur, could well be the vestige of humanity's once flourishing era. Rather than finding advanced beings capable of interstellar travel, the exploration crew was faced with the task of sowing seeds of knowledge amongst Earth's early inhabitants. The goal had shifted from reintegration to rehabilitation. The Galactic Federation's team began disseminating basic skills and wisdom to help these primitive societies advance. The notion was not to create an instantaneous transformation, but to instigate a process that would, over time, enable humanity to regain its lost glory. With careful precision, the extraterrestrials introduced concepts of agriculture to the human tribes. They demonstrated how to till the land, sow seeds, and nurture the growth of various plants. The humans, captivated by the miraculous growth of food from the earth, listened intently, their eyes wide with wonder. Zareth and his team did not stop there. They ventured into the realm of husbandry, teaching humans to domesticate and breed animals for a more stable food supply. It was a delicate dance of knowledge transfer, ensuring that they did not overwhelm these primitive societies with information, but provided just enough to kindle the spark of development. One of the most significant contributions was the concept of a structured society. They introduced a basic legal system and governance structure, encouraging cooperation and order among the tribes. The humans responded with a mixture of awe and skepticism, yet slowly, the fruits of these new systems became evident. Zareth and his crew continued their mission for months, traversing the continents, gracing various human settlements with their wisdom. They crossed the vast grasslands of Africa, the dense jungles of South America, and the pristine icelands of the Arctic Circle. In each place, they left imprints of their knowledge, watering the seeds of human potential. As the Starseeker finally lifted from Earth's surface, marking an end to this chapter of their mission, Zareth looked back at the blue-green sphere with a sense of accomplishment. They had not found the advanced civilization they had sought, but they had potentially ignited the rebirth of it. As they soared back into the cosmic sea, Zareth pledged to return after 10,000 years to witness the fruits of their intervention. He hoped that when they returned, they would see a world reborn, a human civilization ready to reclaim its lost status within the Galactic Federation. He left behind a promise and a hope, carried in the hearts of primitive men and women who looked up at the night sky, dreaming of a future filled with possibilities. The myth of Atlantis, although it represented humanity's fall, now stood as a beacon, illuminating their path towards progress and future glory. In the grand celestial theater, the curtain fell on this act, but the play was far from over. The tale of humanity, once thought lost in the annals of the universe, found its new beginning. The age of rediscovery had not merely begun, it was well underway. The next act, Zareth mused, would unfold in a future epic, under the watchful gaze of the same stars, but with a new generation of humanity, grown and matured.